Hello, and welcome back to M's Library Tour, Part 2, Episode 2. I was just telling you about this book called Teach Me, which is like Lori Halse Anderson's writing. She is a perfect writer. Like, I love her writing so much. I haven't read anything by her in a while because she hasn't put anything out, and I should go back and reread some of the stuff that I have, but I haven't. So, on that note, maybe we'll go ahead and skip the rest of this shelf for now and head on to the next shelf so that I can show you Lori Halse Anderson because she is definitely worth visiting for quite some time. Now, I don't know if you've read her most probably well known novel, which is called Speak. It's about Melinda Sordino, who in the movie version is played by Kristen Stewart, and she's perfect because Melinda has been raped and therefore doesn't say anything and is a little apathetic and awkward. So I just love this book. It's the first book that I read by her. I watched the movie and then read the book because I didn't know there was a book, and I just love I love this book so much. So I would be willing to let you borrow this one. I would be willing to part with it and let you borrow it, even though I haven't read it in a while. Ow, I've read it like I read it twice. I should read it again, but I'm not really one for rereading books, especially when I have all these other books that I have to read, as you know. But anyway, we will continue on with Lori Halse Anderson. We will continue on next to Catalyst, which made me cry so much. And it probably wouldn't make you cry because it's not the typical crying book. It's just something happens in it, and I'm obviously not going to tell you what it is. But Catalyst obviously refers to chemistry because she likes chemistry, the character within it, and something terrible happens. But it's really good. Lori Halse Anderson, I just wish she would write some more. And she has some, I believe it's historical fiction, and I'm not a big fan of historical fiction. Probably the only book that I've read in the historical fiction genre is Bud Not Buddy, and I suffered through that. um, Next, we have Winter Girls. Now, all of Lori Halse Anderson's books, actually quite a few of them, not all of them, deal with social problems. This one is about girls with eating disorders. This one's really good. I can probably get you a copy of this one at Big Lots for like $3 if you want it. Or I could just let you borrow this one. This is Lori Halse Anderson, by the way. She kind of looks like Stephenie Meyer, but she's not. Next, we have Twisted. I haven't read this copy, but also I don't know if I've read that version of Speak either, but I bought this one at the flea market when I bought that other one I was telling you about called Teach Me. This one is, she uses, I believe, a male narrator, which is different for her. Jess Austen. I just realized there's a signature on the inside of this. Oh, well, it's not yours anymore, is it? It's mine. Yes. So this is told from the point of view of a male, which is odd for her because most of her narrators are women, are girls. Now, this is a book that is very similar. I believe I've told you about this one. It's called 13 Reasons Why. It's a little slow, but it's good. It's kind of it's eerie because this girl sent these tapes to 13 different people, and that's why it's 13 Reasons Why. It's 13 reasons why she killed herself, and each one is a person, and she sends the tape to each person, and they have to listen all the way through to get instructions on who to send it to next. So it's pretty interesting. Um, so then we have the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants books. Um, I read the first one. I've started the second one, but I haven't read all of them. I have a very, very beat up version from the Salvation Army of Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul version 1. Um, it's just got a lot of stories in it, and I don't like reading stories because they don't capture my attention because there's no purpose of reading them. So I've read a lot of them, but it's kind of boring. This one's, I don't know much about this one. This one's called Matters of Honor. My friend, Kat, she went to, they had, it was like a book sale, but it was free. It was like a book show type thing at BU where they were just giving away hundreds of books. So she came home with literally like 200 books. and the ones that she didn't want, she let me look through. So this one's, I believe, a historical fiction, which means I'm probably not gonna, read it. But we'll see. Don't put anything aside. I have the Alice in Wonderland. This is both Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass, or whatever it is. I bought this at a used bookshop over in Northgate Plaza, which is near Hallmark, which is near where we got our Chinese that one day. That's irrelevant, but anyway. So I've got that. I had been wanting a copy of it for a while. I actually want the one at Barnes and Noble, which is hardcover. I just like the classic versions of the novels. Like, I really want a Hemingway one. I really need to read some Hemingway. I found a nice copy. Well, it's not nice, but it's a really old version of Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. Sorry, I get really weird when I talk about books. This one's called Lovesick. I haven't read this one. This one looks pretty good, eh? Looks like the typical teen novel. Which right now is death. Like, I think we witnessed that when we were going through the teen aisle. It was like literally everyone's dead, everyone's dying, everyone's gonna die, people die in all the books, and it's just like, when did dying become a cliche? Like, oh my gosh. This one's called Things Not Seen. I believe this one's about a guy who wakes up and nobody can see him and stuff. He's like a ghost. I haven't read that one. I haven't read a lot of these because I just keep buying and buying and buying books, but I've read the rest of this shelf. Well, except for this one. The thing about these ones are by Suzanne Colasanti. I've read this one. This one's called something like Fate. And this girl, while this other girl is off to camp, steals her boyfriend. But they're friends, so it's okay. This one, her writing's really weird. Instead of saying, "Oh, Kathleen said this," she goes, Kathleen's like, and Kathleen goes, she's really informal about it. But I haven't read this one. You're welcome to borrow it. That looks like a for serial, like, cliche teen novel. Whip It was fantastic. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but read the book, then watch the movie. You'll be disappointed in the movie at first, but then you'll forget about the book and keep watching the movie a lot, because, like, I've watched it so much, but it's amazing. So, it's about a girl who plays roller derby. I don't know if you've seen it. Anyway. Meg Cabot. We have to have some Meg Cabot. This one is Rewind. This one has a lot of sex in it. It's a little bit confusing. It's called Rewind, so it goes backwards. This one is by the same person who did my Madison Finn books. I didn't really tell you about them, but these ones, you've probably read these because most American teens have. They're the Meg Cabot books. All American Girls first, and then Ready or Not. I remember I got this one for Easter. I also got Winter Girls for Easter one year, and like my mom got them for me because I like begged her to get them. So then we have the Sarah Dessen books. I have almost all of her books. Actually, yes, I do. I have all of her books. Because I also have this one, which is How to Deal, which is a combination of Someone Like You and Nat Summer. So then I actually do have all of them, except for Along for the Ride, which I have on my Nook. So then we go down here and we go to Alice Sebold. I haven't read these two, but I have read, and I'm sure you've heard of it, The Lovely Bones, which is a terrific book. I personally, well, I don't have it right now because I lent it to another friend, but I can get it back for you because I can. Ew, there's something on this book. I got both of these books through the book exchange, but I can get this one for you from Big Lots for probably, I think it's $2 or $3, which is weird to find out that I had ordered it off of Paperback Swap and then it turned out to be $2 at the Big Lots. But whatever. I'm getting text messages, which is unheard of because I don't get text messages. One of them is probably you. Just a couple more books. The Scarlet Letter, if you need to read a classic. I have quite a few of the classics. I also have The Catcher, or not The Catcher in the Rye. I already have that book. Great Gatsby on its way here from Paperback Swap. This is The Return of the Indian. I read The Indian in the Cupboard, I think, last summer. Very, very short reading. I can get the first one, The Indian in the Cupboard, from my mom's house in a couple weeks and send it to you. You probably don't want to read it, so I don't know why I'm elaborating so much on the details. But I don't know if you've seen The Indian in the Cupboard, but it's my favorite movie of all time. Um, I've got quite a stack of books here. I'm gonna have to alphabetize these, and I'm excited. Um, so I've got these last three, and I haven't gone through all of these in detail. But this one's called Willow. This one's a Cutter novel, and it's a little bit slow. It's what you'd expect. I was so excited to get this book. I got it for Christmas, and then like a week later, I found it at the flea market. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And it was $1. I think my mom probably paid. Let's see, it was $9 on here. It was probably like $5 or $8. I don't even know, on Amazon. So I felt a little bit bad about that, but that's not my fault. Scrambled Eggs at Midnight. This one, I remember this one being really cute. I have read this one. This one was really good. I think you'd like this one. It's about a girl whose mom, I think they end up staying with a Renaissance. They travel or something. I don't even remember. I think it's one of those ones where it goes from different views, which kind of makes me upset. But it starts off with one person, then the next chapter it jumps to a different person, and then the next chapter it could jump to the person that it was in with the first. So these ones are a little bit confusing, but at the same time, very nice, very terrific. And then you sit there and you're like, I want to go back to that other person. Let me hear from them. But then I also have Skipping Christmas, which is the what Christmas with the Cranks is based on. Haven't read it, of course. But that is it for the library of Emily G. Hyde. If you'd like to take a closer look at any of these, I will go ahead and give you a full synopsis of any of the titles that you have recognized throughout my tour. And I've definitely skipped over some because I don't want to bore you with books I don't think you'll like. But then again, you could very well like them. So I'm sorry that I've deprived you, but at the same time, my eyes are really starting to itch because it is allergy season. And even though I don't have allergies, I must because my eyes itch and I start sneezing sometimes. And I didn't take my allergy medicine today because I took it yesterday. I don't know why I'm elaborating about this either, but we're approaching 13 minutes, which is what my other one was, so I think I will go ahead and sign off to make them consistent, a full 26 minutes worth of video, which you unfortunately have to watch, and I'm sorry for that. I'm being very intellectual at the moment, so it's too bad I don't have my glasses on so that I can do that. But I miss you lots, and I'm excited to hear from you more. And can you believe it? This is going to be gone in a couple days. Thursday at 3 o'clock. So at 3, let's say at 4 o'clock, you can expect a picture from me, probably sooner. So I'm going to go ahead and alphabetize my library, and I will talk to you soon. Okay,